friends, I'm Walker and welcome back to All About Nails, where we talk about vegan and cruelty-free nail polish. Today I'm going to be doing a paint my nails with me video, and I am going to be using this absolutely, I don't know, stunning, beautiful, gorgeous green from Cirque Colors. This is new from their spring, summer Metropolis releases for 2019, and this is in the shade Beatnik. I have all 5 of the colors that were released recently in this collection, and I will be reviewing them on my channel soon. I just need to finish editing that video, but I have all of the parts. Some of the other colors in this collection were kind of like greeny yellows too, but this one is just so beautiful. In that video, I am going to be doing some comparisons of these colors with some other colors in my collection, so if you're wondering, you know, how this one compares, then definitely check out that video. Today I already have on my Nail Defense. This is my favorite nail strengthener. This is my second bottle, and you can see I'm more than halfway through, so I'm about to need a third bottle. And then I will be topping off my manicure today with the Pahlish Magic Mirror Quick Dry Top Coat. I talked about this in a previous video, and so I'll talk about it again today. And while I paint my nails, we're going to be talking about the March prompts for Topic Tuesday. All right, so the one thing about that nail strengthener is that it does need to dry pretty well before it will work as a good base coat for polish. If you don't let it dry all the way, your polish will kind of like streak and drag on your nails. And so in most of these videos, I have put it on several minutes before I'm ready to film. I kind of set my camera up while it was drying, and now it's totally dry, like not even tacky a little bit, and so I'm ready to paint. You can see I had a break right here on my right hand, on my pointer finger. I am left-handed, so this is kind of a bummer because I usually swatch on my right hand, but I have not had a serious break like this in, I don't know guys, like months. Since I switched my nail shape to be a little bit more rounded, and since I've started using the Bliss Kiss religiously, I think those two things have really contributed to strengthening my nails. I mean, they just look so strong, right? Like they just look so healthy. It's, I don't know, it's really great. But I did get a break, so I'm letting that grow out. It's not a crisis, but I just want to acknowledge it. And I feel a little bad that I'm doing this at the end of March because some of these questions are, you know, about St. Patrick's Day or other like March things, and so I'm gonna just be kind of like reviewing things that I've already talked about on my channel, but I just kept, I don't know, I kept trying to sit down and film this video and I just couldn't get it done. I don't know why. Sometimes when I paint my nails, I don't want to talk to anyone. You know, I just want to like paint my nails silently, watch some YouTube, hang out in my room by myself, and so not that I don't love talking to you all, but I just couldn't get myself motivated to film this video. So it's all right, we're in April already, but you know, March wasn't that long ago, so I think that we'll be fine. So the first prompt is your favorite greens for St. Patrick's Day, and I did a video on St. Patrick's Day recommendations that kind of ran the gamut from, you know, green to gold to all different kinds of colors that you might wear for St. Patrick's Day. But I am going to show you a couple of my favorite greens here, and I'll link that video up above if you know, still want to see some green polish, even though St. Patrick's Day is over. You can do that. All right, here's some greens that I like for St. Patrick's Day. There are more. Everybody knows that I love my greens, obviously, but I don't know, I think these 4 are good for St. Patrick's Day. Over here we have Wyatt, and this one I also shared as a dupe for Kale Polish Mojito. I think it is super, super close, and so if you like Mojito, maybe you'd like Wyatt. I think it's really nice. It's not perfect, but it is pretty close. And then Sean is this really pretty, like super grassy green, so I think that looks nice for St. Patrick's Day. It's almost a little bit like the true color of a clover. Honor is a really pretty matte, which I think is really fun for a holiday because it's a little bit like sparkly, but the matte, it can be a little bit surprising. And then I love Elfie. It's kind of their forest green pixie dust. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And again, I think pixie dusts can be a little fun for a holiday. So I think those are the 4 greens that I would recommend. But again, I, you know, did a whole St. Patrick's Day video where I talked about all kinds of different recommendations. And so I'll link that up above if you want to see all of those. But I don't know, I wear green all the time, so maybe if you're like me, you don't mind seeing St. Patrick's Day recommendations after St. Patrick's Day has passed. March for me, like personally, was a pretty good month. I actually got a new job, which I'll be starting in June. Some of you might know, I don't talk about non-polished stuff on here very often, but some of you might know that I currently work in a school. I've worked in a school for the last 7 school years, and I will be transitioning to an office job next year, which is going to be very different. Well, I say next year, like next school year. And that's gonna be really different for me, but I'm really excited for kind of a change of environment, a change of pace. I do kind of operational logistical work, and so the work that I do, you know, I think happens in a lot of places, not just in schools, but I've only ever done it in schools. So I'm really excited to get to kind of branch out, try a new job. I'm working in an environment that I'm just like really excited about. I know a lot of the folks that I'll be working with. I'm really good friends with some of them, and I have a lot of respect for the person who'll be my boss. So I don't know, I'm really excited about it. I got that job offer in March, and you know, because I work in a school right now, I'm on the academic year, so my new job won't start until June when the school year ends, but very excited to get to do it pretty soon. So I would say March was like a pretty good month, you know, personally. It's always exciting to get a new job offer. That's not a bad way to have a month go. And I like March, but I'm really glad March is over. I think April is one of my favorite months. All right, while my first coat dries, we're gonna talk about pastel polishes for spring. I picked 4. Oh my God, this combination of the chartreuse and these pastels is hideous. Ignore this. I would never wear these in a combination. I'm sorry you have to see this, but the prompt is my favorite pastel polishes for spring. I did our spring picks video, just like I've done for the last several seasons. It was a blast. If you haven't checked it out and you haven't watched everybody else's videos, definitely check that out. I will link it in the cards, so you can just kind of click the little eye and you'll get a drop-down menu of all the videos that I'm referencing. So these 2 are from the new Color Club Whatever Forever collection. I'm going to be doing a swatch and review of these on my channel. I have all of my swatch photos done. I just need to find the time to sit down and live swatch 12 polishes. Woof. 12-piece collections are just a beast. But anyways, the blue one is Get Lost. This kind of like peachy orange one is First Class Sass. I love these 2. This one is super neon on the nails. This one is a little bit more kind of muted and chalky, but they're both really fun. I'm really excited to wear these as full manicures this spring. Again, not in combination with the chartreuse. Sorry, this is so unappealing. And then this one is Zoya's Haruka, which I think I've talked about, I don't know, like 100 times on my channel maybe so far this spring, but it's just so pretty. I think it's so hard to catch the shimmer in here because it's super slight. Yeah, there it is, just a little bit. But the violet shimmer in here is just absolutely amazing on the nails. It's so like ethereal, it's gorgeous. And then this is Tiana. I really like Neely. I think that's my favorite light green from Zoya, but Tiana is just so springy. I will have to wear it at least once this spring, and I have to include it as a favorite pastel. All right, I'm gonna come back and do my second coat here. And let's see, what else happened in March? So I got a new job offer. My husband and I have been getting a farm share for the last year. We moved into the city that we live in now about almost 2 years ago now. And last year we found a really great CSA that actually kind of has CSA shares available for almost the whole year. They really just don't do like December, January, and February, but they allow you to pick up vegetables for the majority of the year, which is awesome. And so we've been having a really fun time this spring trying to like use up a ton of spinach and find ways to use the weird radishes that we're getting. And it's just been a blast. It's been really fun. And so we have been doing a lot of cooking at home, which is fun. We really like to cook, and you know, I like to find creative meals to use up our vegetables. So we did a lot of that in March because our farm share started, I think the first Friday in March was our first pickup, so that was pretty cool. And let's see, what else? I think that those are really the big things that I did in March. On my channel, I think March was a relatively successful month. You may have noticed that there are some ads on my videos now. I hit the kind of thresholds that I needed to get monetized, which is 1,000 subscribers and I don't know, some absurd quantity of watch minutes. I don't remember the number. And I hit that like around Valentine's Day and was able to monetize at that point in time. I don't know how much you know about how YouTube monetization works, but basically if someone who watches my video watches, I don't know, all or half or something like that of the ad that plays before my video, the advertiser pays YouTube like some small amount of money, and then YouTube takes like 50% of that, and then I, in theory, get the other 50%, but you know, it's like 8 cents or something. It's not a lot. And then YouTube like pays out after a certain threshold. Like they're not going to deposit anything in your account until you hit a certain threshold. So I actually haven't gotten any money yet. You probably have noticed though that those ads are there. You 100% should feel free to skip those ads. You do not have to watch them. I'm enjoying, you know, just getting, even if it's like $4 a month, I think it's nice. It offsets a little bit the cost of the polish that I buy, which is fun. But it's obviously not the reason that I started this channel, and it's not the reason that I'm going to continue this channel. All right, so I have done my 2 coats of Beatnik, and oh my god, I love this color. It is like such a nice muted chartreuse. It's really, really pretty. So I'm going to let this dry, and we'll talk about the next topic, and then we'll do top coat. All right, the next question is polishes that you didn't like in the bottle, but you love on your nails. This one feels like, I don't know, kind of a gimme. This is Dree, and this one just has like the worst ugly bottle syndrome ever. It's like so streaky. Look at that. It looks like a, I don't know, that does not look good. Like, yeah, it looks bad. But this one is gorgeous on the nails, and you definitely don't get any of that like weird brown on the nail. It's really pretty, comes out really smoothly, and so I love this one. It's a really pretty olive green. It definitely is a bit darker than the one that I'm wearing right now, but this is Dree. Another one that I really didn't like in the bottle because it just looked so confusing was Edyta. I also don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but I did a nail of the day on this one, and I just like couldn't handle how stunning it was on the nail. It's like this navy blue base. I don't know if you can see the navy blue, but then it has this shimmer in it that is like gold and green and olive, and it's just so many colors. It is so stunning, and on the nail this one just looks like, I don't know, it's gorgeous. All right, and then this is Kisi. This is totally different than the last 2. This one is a bar glitter, and I don't particularly think that I like bar glitters, but I did try to swatch this one. I thought, oh, this one could be really cool for Valentine's Day, and so when I was like pulling out polishes and swatching them and trying to decide what to include in my Valentine's Day video, I swatched this one just by itself and built it up with, I want to say, I think just 2 coats, maybe 3, I don't remember. I talked about it in my Valentine's video, but I loved this one built up on its own. It was just like shiny and sparkly and red, and I feel like as an accent nail or something, this could be stunning for a Valentine's Day manicure. So I ended up really liking this one. All right, now time for some top coat. I am going to use the Pahlish Magic Mirror Quick Dry Top Coat. I've used this in the past, and I talked about it being super duper thick, which it is, but I've actually used it a bunch. Like I think you could probably see that it's like almost halfway gone when I showed you that bottle, and I ended up really enjoying it. I feel like it works really well. Like not only does it dry super fast, but it lasts a really long time. Specifically, I really like it when I don't use a Zoya polish. Zoyas for me last a pretty long time, especially if I use any of the Zoya kind of glossy seal or Armor top coat. Those just work really well with the Zoya formula, which makes sense. But sometimes I struggle with other ones, you know, not really, I don't know, it's like the formulas don't work together if they're not from the same brand, and I don't want to buy a top coat from every brand that I own. And so I've really found that this one adds a thick layer of protection and doesn't shrink, and yeah, I don't know, I'm just really happy with it. I don't know when I'm gonna place another polish order. I'm trying not to buy too much polish right now in general, not just polish from this brand, but I do think that the next time that I buy from this brand, I will probably throw a top coat on my order because I've been pretty happy with it, and it's pretty clean. You know, it doesn't have like too many of the ingredients that other top coats do. In March, I tried a couple different kinds of videos on my channel, and some of them went really well and some of them didn't do that well. I did a kind of like March favorites video where I talked about things that weren't necessarily just, you know, polish related, and that video didn't do super well. It didn't seem like you guys really, I don't know, really enjoyed that video, and so I may not do another one like that. I haven't really decided. You know, I want to make the videos that you want to watch, and so I try to watch really carefully like the engagement and the views that it gets, and that one didn't get as much engagement or as many views as other videos that I make do, so I may not try that again. A video that I did try this month that did pretty well was my Kale Polish dupes video, so I'll definitely be doing more of those. It seems like folks are really interested in that, so I have another one of those coming out tomorrow. All right, cool, so that was my manicure today. I am so excited to have shared this manicure with you. Let me know what you think about this color. It is super fun in my opinion. All right, cool, I will see you in the next one.